Woodpeckers, welcome back. Welcome back to Wood and Whiskey Wednesday. I'm Steven. I'm in the shop trying to get things done. Just don't have enough time. But I'm in a good spot to where I can record, get some work done. You'll see what I was doing over the weekend, nothing cleaning. Because the shop needed it. But tonight I'm going to go back to the Crown Royal Blackberry. And I'll try to zoom in. But I bought this last year and it had a nice little summer drink on it. It's supposed to have an ounce and a half of Crown Royal Blackberry flavored whiskey and 6 ounces of lemonade. Put it in a cup with some ice. Not measuring. That's not what we do here. But I do remember that it was delicious. Woo! I don't think that was evenly poured. I think there was more blackberry than there was lemonade. But Woodpeckers, first one's always to you. And it still is good. Oh my goodness. So this week, it has been a shotgun blast of different projects. Last 2 weeks, I've been extremely busy, and I lit this place like I had sawdust, cut uniforms, you name it, just everywhere. So it's been all of Sunday. Saturday, Sunday. It was Sunday. The weekend went by way too quick. Cleaning. So I'm going to montage some of that in. But what I'm coming back to, because I've got to get orders out, is ribbons. Ribbons are the lifeblood of the Wood Emporium. We started with ribbons. They're not expensive. So people generally buy them for themselves or for a spouse or for a gift. And the order I'm currently working on is from a Marine for himself. So even if I do get it together fully, and I can publish it as soon as it gets done, majority of the projects that we work with, and I've got a pile over here I can't show because I know the people that it's for, and they do follow the pages. There's sawdust everywhere still. But not every episode needs to be a huge build. I did say at the beginning of the year, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to do, bigger and better. I gotta worry about the business. And sometimes it needs to come before the videos. But I do like taking the videos because I can showcase some of the work that I have been working on. And these are gonna end up on a couple of call sign plaques. And then, a couple of unit plaques. And they do take a lot of time, where ribbons, I can generally get them out pretty quick. What do I want to start with, though? White. I will start with white. So that. Those. So I mean, between work, life, and orders, we're getting busy. When you clean, you put things away where they belong, and you can find them quicker. But I think the more important piece is, yes, to get the job done, but two, to produce something in a weekly. And this week, tomorrow actually, I'm going to pull names for the giveaway. I love doing those. April Fool's Day is actually a pretty great day to do one. I won't fool anybody with it. But I will edit in somewhere within this video, or I might end up just making a short tomorrow. Pulling, the winner from the pile. And you're like, Steven, how do you win? Well, so every month I've been giving away, I gave away, it's actually over there, a set of ribbons a couple months ago. And we did a couple of boxes, a couple of flags. What I do like doing now is giving away what's got to end up being merch for the shop. And when I say end up being, because I can't do anything on Amazon or on YouTube right now, because we got to get the viewership up. So I've been messing around with a couple of designs. This was actually, one of the shirts that we gave away last month. Long rambling into how do you win. You gotta subscribe to the channel and then comment on any video. And within that month, before the first Wednesday of the next month, I'll choose a winner. And this month's giveaway is going to be a little sleeveless t-shirt, which I enjoy wearing. I've got a couple of them actually. Wore one today. First time in a long time that I went out and I walk. It's a walk jog. I no longer run. For those of you that have known me for a number of years know that I do enjoy running. My body, however, does not enjoy me running. But I've noticed I've been taking too much ice cream. So I kind of need to do something. In the dead of the day, the heat in North Carolina will help me perspire a little quicker. And then I can eat all the ice cream I want and not feel bad about it. Because I've got a pint of Ben & Jerry's in the freezer right now that I'm probably going to have tonight. I told you why I really like these. They tell your story. And I've had, I've made a couple of different sets for me over the years. Switch up the designs of how I make the silver hanging name bars, or the different ways that I used to do the stars. And then, of course, after I retired, we got additions to the rack. But now it's great. I have one that it's never going to change, and I have it hanging up in my office, and it does start a lot of conversations. And I think that's the same for anybody that puts them up. I had a couple people. I probably told the story before, but we've had VFWs They're named after, you know, service members. One has been a Marine service member. I've had two. It was two Army folks. You know, one of them was actually is named after a World War II veteran. So I got to do the ribbons for World War II when he was actually a POW. And that's the only POW ribbon I've ever done. So that was pretty neat and interesting. But you know, they put it in the grand room. It sits center stage inside of it. They had a nice little, you know, reveal, I guess you would call it. When they received it, and they put it up in the lodge. That's a couple years ago. I was quite happy with that one. And it was because of the personal story that was behind it. You know, the service member is no longer alive, yet they're carrying on his name and showing off his service to the nation. I really think that's why I like making these. Here's the takeaway for this week. You don't need time to be perfect. You just need time to start. And even if all you do is clean your shop and knock out a small batch of something, still moving forward. I've got to finish up these ribbons. And sometimes that is enough. So tonight, these are, you know, they're simple, they're repeatable. I do think they hold a lot of meaning. Tonight's drink is about keeping it easy. Crown Royal Blackberry, Minute Maid, Zero Sugar Lemonade. Now, it is not a top shelf review for tonight, but it's a get it done kind of night. I'll tell you that once you start drinking it, it is very dangerous. And you can find them on the website. They're $10 each. Stars, clusters, gold frames, you name it, whatever comes on them, I will put on at no extra charge. So when I say $10 ribbon, it really is just $10 ribbon. And I started that because math has never been my friend. And it's been the same price since I started. How? 8 years ago now? Whew. It's been a while. But the price has never changed. Because it's simple. It's repeatable. I really can't mess that up. So for those of you that are makers, what's your go-to project when you have zero time? Also, would you rather see big build or more real life shop nights like this? Share in the comments. Let me know what you think. So I am here for a good time, not a long time, although I will be a long time here. I got a lot of work to do tonight. We got some stars that we've got to cut out. These are Almost easy enough to come straight off. So I got to work on those two. For the purpose of the video, 1 was make one. Got to stay consistent. 2 was to have something to house to throw my giveaway in. I'm excited to whoever gets it. I'm excited because those of you that subscribe and comment are the only people that would ever win anything. 2 basic rules. I do need to finish this up. So while I will not finish all of this with you, I will finish all of it with me. So next time, we will continue to saw. Sand. Sipping that is so delicious. I will repeat. Bye, y'all.